Yeah, for sure. And there, like I said, there's going to be a lot on the line, which I guess we'll talk about a little bit later on because we are already off in this first race right now. Tayman versus Shadow. We got Lakitu up first as usual. He's not going to give us much information how the rest of the run's going to go, but he can definitely troll you a little bit.
Yeah, that's a troll because Lakitu does not tend to raise a stack at the very start of the round. Just clear stuff first before going to work. So this stage can go on a bit longer than the rest of the run.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it looks like Shadow forgot to start his timer, but no big deal there as the gameplay is synced, so both of these players will be at the same time frame on both. So we can just tell by whatever stage they are with the lead. And so far, it's basically dead even, and that's what you would expect with these two coming out of stage one.
And yeah, that's about what you expect from Lakitu too, because if your opening chain is a little bit short, you will probably get punished in terms of time loss, and yeah, Lakitu is the best example of that most of the time.
So now we're coming in on Bumpty. The rest of these stages for the first 8 opponents can be a little bit more generous, especially like the early ones, because they have very slow cursor speed and they will raise their stack up just a little bit. And as you saw, both of them improving pretty drastically. Tayman with that 12-second and Shadow still with the sub 20 as well.
Yeah, very nice X3 chain with a nice few rows of combo guards to start that off, and it's really a balance of combos and chains that you want to see in all these stages.
So we got Tayman pulling off some cool combos and chains there. He's got a little bit of an awkward stack to deal with. As you saw, he had to raise it quite a bit, which gave a little bit of lag, but it's going to kind of calm down now. But he's got to hope he's sent enough here, which it looks like it might be. But because of a little bit of a troll there on Poochie, Shadow's going to take the lead at 20 seconds.
Oh man, Shadow's opening chain was full of skill chains and lag chains. It was definitely the superior starter to that stage.
That's what I like from Shadow's play. As you can see, we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but we said a lot of people's problems why their chains cut off and everything is they don't really set it up too much beforehand. And Shadow is a person who does really, really good with that. As you saw at the beginning of this stage, he already had like a 3-chain lined up before he made that first clear, and then he was able to add on pretty easily after that with all that time. And that ultimately leads to this 31-second kill here, and he's going to be saving even more time on Tayman.
Oh man, it's getting really close. Lead is definitely changing hands several times, as you will see throughout all of the races in these group stages, and maybe even further on into the tournament.
Yeah,
although I have noticed. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Cards.
I have noticed as Shadow works on this very nice X6 chain, just a little bit unfortunately timed, and Tay's garbage a little bit short. It seems like to me that Shadow isn't taking as much time to set up his chains as he usually does. He must recognize Tay's talent with this game, even migrating from Pokemon Puzzle League, carrying out a lot of those skills over to this and getting a rather impressive time in this category. Like Shadow must be working a little bit harder to get his chain started earlier.
And as you can see, it looks like he did rush it a little bit at the start of this stage, though. So, yeah, it could be something like he knows that he has to play Tayman and has to step it up here. But sometimes that can be a little bit unfortunate, as we're going to have yet another lead change here. Tayman bringing in another sub 20. It looks like Shadow did get an appropriate follow-up here on Blarg. Is he going to be topped off when this drops? Oh, but he made the clear, so we won't know anyways.
It'll take a while for everything to come down, but this should work. Yeah, there we go. Turns out Blarg had like no stop time left.
Man, that didn't even seem that long, but then you look at the timer afterward in 50 seconds, and it's just like that. You know, you're playing and just like get off to a little bit of a slow start, and then the follow-ups just aren't quite as good. It still seems kind of quick, but then, you know, 50 seconds roll by, and you're like, oh man, I just lost a lot of ground here.
And we say 50 seconds is a lot of ground. To give some perspective on this category that we're playing, the world record for this mode averages exactly 16 seconds per stage throughout. So to get the really, really competitive times, you have to go really, really fast and get really, really lucky.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane to always think about. Because there's not even, I think there's only 4 people who are even within a minute of the world record, so it's like a very hard time to achieve.
Ooh, Tay almost got that one to work. It was just unfortunate timing, though. This has a good chance. There we go.
The shake bought Raphael a little bit of time, but he still didn't have an immediate clear afterwards. So Tay finishing Raphael to 26 seconds, I believe. And, you know, 6 minutes heading into the cave is always a good time to be at. And Shadow's probably going to follow up very soon after. Though Raphael's able to get that second tier along with a combo and chain falling. Is he going to be able to buy himself more time? He will not.
Oh man, Raphael's stack barely inched up to the top to get all the clearing started. Just one little slip up, and you're suddenly losing 10, 20 seconds. It's amazing what this game can do to you.
I will say this is probably exactly what we expected right now. These guys have both been pretty even, no more than a stage lead at a point in time. But Tayman looks like he has some momentum going for him right now. Beats Hookbill, the first of the cave opponents, in 22 seconds. So we could see a little lead building here, but Shadow's got a pretty impressive chain himself, and Hookbill went to raise his stack, so he's going to be topped off for a little while, especially with this pretty good follow-up by Shadow here.
For sure. And these cave foes will definitely waste a lot more time than everyone else can, as they actually know how to chain here. Like no one else before this actually learns how to consciously set up combos and chains. Although we have some suspicions that they might be able to do it from converted garbage blocks, but that's a story for another time.
Oh, I don't think that's the start Shadow wanted. He had a 5 combo set up in the middle of his initial chain, but he kind of got an incidental clear. He cleans it up pretty nicely, and this could be an opportunity for him to make up some ground, because it took Tayman 49 seconds, and Piranha's not going to have a lot to work with. Oh, beautiful kill. Beautiful.
Hey. I was a little worried about the lack of follow-up personally, but it was barely enough.
Yeah, he had just enough garbage there, and with those separated pillars on both sides, that's definitely going to help. It is now a 10-second lead for Tayman.
Alright, next 5K for Tay here. A little bigger than I would recommend with Kamek, considering how high he does raise his stack at the beginning. There's a lot of extra shake time, but with enough clearing here, there could be a chance for something decent, especially with Shadow's follow-up that he's got going here.
Ooh, Kamek was buying some time with those clears on Tay's screen. He's still not going down. This could be the kill, though, if he doesn't find anything. Another clear. But no, that's going to eventually do it afterwards. No shake time as the last garbage block cleared there. And Tay is going to be probably having a pretty good lead here going into Bowser. Shadow has a good enough follow-up, though. Is it going to be enough to kill Kamek here? I don't see a chain dropping, but there are definitely clears that Kamek can get to. Not enough time, though.
It will be up to Bowser to decide this first race, as he usually does.
When Tay kind of dropped his first chain here, it's going to give Bowser some time to set up a chain now. And here he goes. He's going to start wasting Tay's time. This is what Shadow needs. gonna introduce a lot of lag into this match. Let's see what Shadow can do here. But, oh, this could be good for Tay. Bowser's actually using up, like, everything he's got.
Oh, that is super low. There's no way. Nope.
Yeah, and just like that. Yeah, Tay, he got a little bit lucky there at the end because Bowser did use up basically everything on his screen. But Shadow with a very quick follow-up afterward, man. You got to think if he just had one match a little bit quicker, this would have been his race. But exactly like you said, Cards, this is going to be a close series if that's what we saw for race 1.
Yeah, both racers about separated by their top personal best times, about 12-13 seconds between them. So yeah, this is definitely shaping up to be a really not only a really quick match, but really competitive too. If both of these guys are gonna get a bunch of low 10-minute runs like this.
Yeah, for sure. And this is going to be an even closer race too, and I'll break down a little bit of what each person needs for this. They were both pretty consistent. There's just a couple of stages every once in a while that they did drop. And I think, you know, Shadow's just got to keep up with those chains, and he'll pretty much have a really good chance to win this. And then same for Tay, really. This is pretty important matches for the both of them, though. I would say specifically this is almost a must-win for Tayman. If he loses this match, I don't see him finishing top 2 in the group by any chance. There still is some kind of thing that could happen, but it would be really hard.
Raphael would have to lose to Stump for Tay to have any reasonable hope afterwards.
But even if Tay wins, he's not out of the water. If Shadow manages to win this, though, he's in really good spot because he plays Raphael next week, and he could just win out and get that top 2 spot.
For sure, definitely multiple playoff implications going on with this match.
I will say Tay is playing a lot better though than what I saw in a couple of his earlier matches. Though I think that early round loss may have like sparked something in him, and now he's been playing really good in this first race here.
But yeah, Shadow is getting off to quicker starts in the chains, and Tayman is sort of making the chains up on the fly. Both players are gonna be wow. Tay definitely gonna be struggling to get the extra garbage, but Shadow's approach did seem more sound there.
Yeah, Shadow finishing with the fastest Lakitu of the match so far, 27 seconds. It's definitely a really good time you want to shoot for, because we've mentioned that Lakitu is one of the biggest trolls of the run, actually. It's possible to get those like sub 20 times, but it can be pretty rare.
You really have to make an extra effort to generally make bigger chains. That's usually what it takes.
And this is what I like to see so far. Shadow's consistency is looking really good, leading to that 16-second right now. And now Shadow, he's got a little bit of momentum going here. I mean, his Bowser was really good too, so it was like he probably wasn't disappointed with the run at the end there. He was just like, you know what? It was a close race, barely lost it. Let's just regroup together and try to take these next 2.
Yeah, I'm really liking where Shadow is cutting off some of his chains. He's getting like exact damage on these foes, and again another exact kill. That is amazing.
Yeah, he's playing really good right now. 150 at Poochie. That is a really good time to have right now, and he's already built up an entire stage lead on Tayman, who's struggled a little bit with those first 2 stages. Just
as a reminder, it is Tayman who does have the best time in this category and has accomplished it more recently.
Wow, Shadow's awareness is so good right now. He had
Wow.
like 3 different 5 combos, I think, in that, or 2 different, but he had a lot of 4
Oh, cut off
combos as
his
well.
Shadow. There it is. Okay, he's getting there. He almost squandered the force kill, but still got it done. Wow.
Yeah,
That-
still
that is-
25 seconds. Like his like garbage pressure was just insane there. He's playing really, really good right now.
I mean, Tay is still maintaining a 1 stage deficit though. It's far too early to count anyone out just yet.
Yeah, for sure. It's not over till you see Bowser defeated at the end of the game. Oh, Shadow was mashing swap, I think, there, and he actually like ended the chain before he could continue it, and that can happen from time to time.
Is that one of those fangled stealth swaps I've been hearing so much about?
I believe
maybe
that
it's not
is the
quite.
term coined for it right now. Which, if you guys are unfamiliar with that, you can actually swap a panel so fast. We call it a stealth swap, and you can like bypass a clear. It's hard to like explain with words, but basically you can swap it quick enough to where if it would have lined up like 3 in a row, you hit it quickly again to where it just bypasses it.
It's a really, really hard thing to do, and if you're just mashing, it's just really unfortunate to get it.
Alright, so Shadow did extend that a little bit. He noticed that Blarg was playing with a little bit of a low stack. Can he drop this next one, though? I don't think it was enough.
But yeah, Blarg's stack was uncharacteristically low there, and the follow-up did take a little too long to set up, but at least it's okay now.
Yeah, he did get pretty lucky there at the... Well, I wouldn't say lucky, but he got the follow-up a little bit late, and it still cleaned it up in 30 seconds. But now he's pulling pretty far ahead of Tay.
I can't say I saw this coming even this far into the match. Seems like Tay's opening chains have all fallen for the most part a bit short at the beginning. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Shadow, please calm down.
I've just noticed that like Shadow's combo game is really, really strong with this run. I've seen multiple 5s and 8 combos every once in a while, and he's taking the time to properly set these up beforehand. Pay attention, because he's going to do something similar here. As you can see, look, he took all that time at the beginning. He has the purples lined up at the bottom, and now it's just giving him more time to line this up. And look, he's going to end this with another 8 there at the end.
And cutting it off consciously, like making an actual judgment call as to whether the attack is enough, as opposed to dropping it prematurely.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you get something strong started like that, you can kind of just like back off a little bit for the rest of the match, and that kind of hurt Shadow a little bit there because Raphael had that one line of space at the top, and Shadow could have had a little bit of time to send something more and kill Raphael a little bit quicker, but it's not going to matter too much right now. He's still got a pretty good lead heading into the cave, sub 6. This has got to be PB pace for him. I'm not sure what his PB is. I think it's like a mid 8-minute time or something.
Right, it's like 13 seconds behind Tay's from what I last remember. But yeah, this is really good pace for at least a race condition.
See, Shadow cuts that off. Hookbill doesn't have anything. He's still going for single clears. He's going to eventually get this chain, though. But Shadow's got a pretty good follow-up now, so this should keep Hookbill topped off for a little bit.
Yeah, this... Oh, I was hoping Hookbill wouldn't see that yellow there, but yeah, these foes are a bit more conscious of that when it's the only thing they have. Still runs out of time, though.
Yeah,
Not
that little
bad.
4 combo popping up at the very end gonna give Hookbill absolutely no time to work with. And Shadow's been really consistent with this lead so far. It's been about 1.5 to 2 stages the whole time. Tayman's been stepping up his game since the beginning, but he's still got a lot of work to make up here.
Well, 30 seconds there isn't going to hurt him too much. So he's on the way.
Oh, another good setup from Shadow. Gets another 8 combo at the end, dude. He is feeling it right now.
Oh yes, this is a full primer on how to incorporate combos with your chains. 20 seconds. Yes, that is what you want to see.
I think I'm gonna agree with you, Cards. We were talking about before this match was starting. This was Cards' most anticipated match, and man, I'm getting really excited seeing what the gameplay Shadow's offering right now.
It's a little bit personal for Shadow. Not gonna lie. This is a matchup that he recognizes as very even. So seems like Shadow's putting in some extra effort this time to make sure his combos and chains are in place.
For sure, and I don't remember if we mentioned this at all during the broadcast too, but these guys played in the Pokemon Puzzle League Speedrun tournament last year, and Tayman knocked Shadow out, so looking for a little bit of a revenge there too.
Oh jeez, Shadow's in position to pull out one of his best runs ever in a race format, no less. This is amazing to see.
Yeah, unless we see one of the biggest Bowser trolls I've ever seen, we're probably going to race 3 here, and I couldn't be more excited. Shadow has just played so consistently right now, and that was the one thing I pointed out. He barely dropped any chains this whole match. And that's what's ultimately led to him being at a low 9-minute time on Bowser right now. He's got those combo follow-ups, and that's gonna do it.
That is pretty wow. Definitely one of Shadow's better times he's ever had. It's got to be his best time in this tournament, I would think. I haven't been keeping track of the times, but that's got to be close to his best.
I think it is his best time personally. I still have to compile a lot of things, but that could be maybe even a top 10 race time. We've had not too many sub-9s. We've had a lot of low 9-minute times though, but it's definitely up there with some of the faster times we've seen in the tournament so far. But yeah, because of that, we're going to a race 3, man. This is anyone's match.
Oh yes, this is everything I expected and a bag of chips. Oh, let's see here. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate of a run plant for Tay. I have no. It seems like Shadow has had more, like really fast stages in the cave. The cave, especially with Kamek and Bowser is where people will tend to struggle the most. Like even I'm having occasional troubles with Kamek and Bowser, but Shadow has found a way to roll through quite a few of those more easily. I have to start paying attention.
Yeah, it's a super hard 4 stages to get consistent.
Oh, don't look now, but take 20 seconds. 20-second Kamek. I think just like Shadow too. So these two absolutely destroyed Kamek.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say though. Like the cave is one of the most interesting parts of the run, to like the different strats you can do to get certain times for. And it seems like it's always consistently switching depending on how the opponent's playing. But it's like, I don't know, if you're looking for a race format, I would just opt to do like bigger chains most of the time. It's weird, but your opponents will waste a lot of time while clearing. I don't know how to describe it. If you do a lot of smaller garbage blocks, they're more likely to clear all of them, give themselves more ammunition. Which, it's kind of hard to do that when you have like a big chain to clear from instead. It definitely does waste more time actually clearing it, but It could be a consistent method to get you around that 30 and 40-second time. And let's mute Tay's stream because now I hear myself.
well, we definitely have another extra interested spectator for this stream.
Yeah, for sure. And man, this race 3 is going to be super tight, I'd imagine. Shadow is coming off a really, really hot run, though, and if he can keep up that consistency, this is his match to win, for sure.
Yeah, it may help Tay a little bit more to just set up some extra, take some extra setup time to start the proper chains, because I've noticed quite a few of Tay's openings being a bit short of what he's needed for the stage. So maybe a little extra time would be useful, like an extra 1 or 2 seconds per stage to set up something useful, so you don't have to rely on so many skill chains. Just a thought.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the pre-setup is not a bad strat. If we mentioned and we've seen on Shadow's screen a whole bunch of times. Like, I'd had to go back and look at that, but there's probably only one stage where he dropped that chain at the beginning of that second race there. And that led to him finishing the first state in sub 6, and then that whole run being 9 minutes. So it was an average around like 25 seconds in game, I want to say, or maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know.
Roughly, yeah. Those kinds of times are hard to maintain, though. So you have to think Shadow won't play that well this next time, and Tay won't play that poorly by his standards this time. So game 3, here we go. This could be the best match yet.
All right, let's pay attention to see how both these players start. And that's a little bit of what you mentioned before. It looks like Tay was trying to go for some skill chains there. Uses up a lot of his panels. It looks like he will get this proper follow-up. I think this should be enough for Lakitu. But Lakitu finds the chain there on Tayman's side and going almost at enough time for the second tier.
Oh, jeez. And yeah, Shadow's open there, just a little bit weak. It did not help that Lakitu cleared a lot of his stack first, but Shadow's gonna need to pick up the pace if all of his stages are gonna be like that. And you know, I can't help but wondering if Tay was listening to me just a little bit. He did take an extra second to start that chain.
And then it makes you wonder if he was listening again at the second time, because he did a frame perfect trick during the middle of that chain as well. It ended up working out for him, though, so he's going to be maintaining this lead. But Shadow answering strong right back with that 19-second, and I hope it's going to be this close the entire race.
The best matches we've had in this tournament have been close throughout, with leads switching hands so many times. It's such a great thing to see.
Dude, Tay being flashy again there. He got that slide trick and got a nice 6 combo follow-up there at the end. Getting the 21-second kill, but Shadow making back all that time with 17 seconds, man. These guys really want this win right now.
Oh, yes. Both players look to be fueled to do really well here. Oh, Tay's first chain's a little weak.
Yeah, he unfortunately drops it, but he gets a pretty good follow-up here. It's not going to be enough to top off Wiggler, though, and when he makes this clear, it's going to revert a lot of these back to panels, so he's got to be careful. There is a potential possibility for Wiggler to troll more, but goes for the second tier. That's going to be really good for Tay.
And there's something to be careful of too as you go through these stages. stages, you can't be making chains one after another too quickly, because if you start another chain too fast, then the combo garbage from your first chain will not drop until your second chain finishes. So as much as you want to go super fast, go move, chain all the time, you have to exercise some restraint. As you're noticing there, Tay started second chain before the garbage from the first chain dropped, and some of the garbage didn't fall in time, so that could have cost him a few seconds there.
But now it looks like Tay's feeling a lot more comfortable with this run. You know, he had a pretty good run heading into the very first race of this match. His second race was still not bad either, but it looks like, you know, he's calmed down, focused a little bit, and now maintaining this lead, though it's not by a lot right now, and Shadow is managing to respond back with a pretty solid time each time. Nothing too spectacular, but no big trolls either.
And again, Tay, man, making an extra chain before all of his garbage could finish dropping, and that could have also given Blarg some of the extra space needed there too. And oh, come on, Blarg, why do you have to do Shadow that dirty with a chain off the garbage? Why you gotta be like that?
He almost had opportunities for more falling there too, but he still eventually just gets a whole bunch of clears. And I think this will probably be the kill because he's going to go up for that pillar. Just enough stop time to lower it once, but it will finally lead to the kill at 40 seconds. But this is the lead Tay needs right now. If he can get this pretty good follow-up here, it's going to help with this 5 combo.
Yeah, looks like he might be pacing himself a little bit better on the chains now.
Shadow being really aggressive, raised the stack pretty high right now. He actually goes for a little bit of a lag chain there as well. Gonna drop it at a 5, but he's gonna need a bigger follow-up here because Lunchfish has no panels to work with.
Yeah, it did not look like Lunchfish had raised the stack that much. It's hard to game plan for these foes because they don't always do the same thing every time. As much as I like to think they do, that there is some variation with when these foes will begin to raise their stack.
Oh, Tay almost got the kill there if that chain didn't pop down in place, but it's only going to waste about like 6 more seconds. Shadow's got a good start in Raphael himself over here, and Raphael has a lot of panels. This could be good for Shadow. Let's see if he cuts off what he does here. This could be the kill. There it is, frame perfect. Oh boy. Is this what you wanted to see? Cards basically dead even heading into the cave right now?
This is what I was expecting. I would not have taken much less from these two.
Tay's got a really nice chain to start off here. It's going to keep Hookbill occupied for the rest of the match. He's looking for some chains. All right, it will delay this kill just a little bit longer. And Tay's got to remember, even though he sent that big chain at the beginning here, Hookbill does have time to lower his stack quite a bit. So he does got to get that follow-up. And gets that last second chain there, too, on Hookbill's side. This could be a good spot for Tay, though. Nah, Hookbill had just enough time for clears. Shadow, meanwhile, struggling a little bit on Hookbill as well. The small combo garbages are just enough. If Hookbill could have gotten that clear, that would have been super bad for Shadow. But Shadow is going to take the lead back now.
Oh, the cave. The cave is where all the good runs go to die. This is where you see all the swings and momentum. And yeah, Shadow has been having I think Shadow has been having slightly better cave stages overall in this tournament. Can he pull away with this one here?
He gets a really impressive chain to start up there. He's got to have a little bit of a follow-up here. It looks like he's doing so. Naval might not have a clear either when he downstacks. Is this going to be enough? Oh, look at all those 4 combos, dude. Wow, that was perfect.
Oh, wow.
That was 5-4 combos that just stacked up like boxes at the very top there. And man, gave him a pretty good stage. And now Tay's going to be struggling a little bit here as Naval's giving him some trouble. This is crucial for Shadow. This could be one of the bigger leads, and what better time than at the end of the run. But Tay's going to have a crush kill himself. He won't be too much farther behind.
Oh, Kamek's chaining. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, this is going to put a lot of lag on Shadow's screen, and this could be bad for him. He's got to make a really decisive chain right now, which is looking like he's going to do. Because if he didn't have anything and he went to work on clearing that garbage block, this could have been really bad for him. Because look, you can just see all the lag on the screen right now. Is it still not enough? Oh, the 4 combos stacking up. This could be a kill, though. It depends how these fall. I don't know. The reds are going to line up. So, oh, this is really bad for Shadow.
Oh, jeez.
This is Tay's opportunity to take the lead back going into Bowser here. Goes for the second tier.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
and we'll have another 2 chains following there. Oh, no. 1 chain, 6 combo.
Oh, that's still going to add a lot of stop time to Kamek's timer. Although, yeah, this is a bit of a problem.
Oh, that's going to be the kill finally. Is it going to be the kill on Tay's too? No. Kamek's still finding some chains.
No. No, stop chaining, Kamek. Stop, please.
And that'll do it. Oh, boy. We have a dead even race going into Bowser. Shadow's going to get a little bit of an advantage, though. Let's see if the nerds don't get to him. He needs to do something very consistent. He's going to have that 6 combo starter at the beginning here.
Making so many combos with these chains. I really like overall what Shadow's been doing in this match.
Let's see, he's getting a pretty decent follow-up, too. Bowser's going to get down those stacks. He doesn't have a lot of panels to work with. We got Tay kind of struggling at the beginning here, too. This could be it for Shadow. No, there wasn't enough time. Shadow takes it. What is up with his Bowsers today, man? He just has Bowser's number right now.
I mean, I think he had a 15-second Bowser in one of my races. Too. It's just something Shadow's been a bit of a natural at all tournament long.
Man, Shadow just killing it there at the end. At 10:15, his slowest time was a low 10-minute time. So Shadow was playing really, really well for all of today, and that's what made the difference right now. I can't help but point out that his presence with those, just taking, those couple seconds at the beginning to set up his chains just really made the difference.
Yeah, it did lead to more consistent stages on his part, and yeah, that's gonna put Shadow to 2-1 in the group and in the great control of his destiny in this tournament. All he should need is one more win against Raphael, assuming Raphael is able to beat Stump, and he would take second place in the group and automatically qualify for finals.
Yeah, and I guess we can talk about this group a little bit right now. That really hurts for Tay, though, especially since he's got to play you next week cards. But he's still not eliminated yet, just because of how many upsets have been happening in this pool.